rolling in the deep.
Oh, I was thinking Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. You went Adele, I went Fred Durst.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. All right, you want to go first then?
Okay, yeah. So, are you going to do your little intro?
Yeah, what do I normally say? Do I normally do a whole intro?
I don't remember.
I forget.
Okay, well.
But welcome to the podcast, not intended for younger audiences. Go.
Like it. Okay, so Jelani, my son, had a fucking asthma attack last night.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Like, can't catch my breath.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he's been...
Does he have asthma?
No.
Oh, shoot. He does now. Well, you do, don't you?
I do. Yeah. He's never actually had asthma, but since he was small, when he gets sick, he does wheeze. So I have,
a little wheezy?
I already have all I have all the medicine and shit because I have asthma, but I got a nebulizer and the liquid albuterol and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't use that as much, but when he was small, I'd give it to him. Anyways, so I couldn't sleep last night. I literally was up probably until 3 a.m., maybe even 4, just tossing and turning, or maybe I'm like, ugh, I can't sleep. So I just get on TikTok and then I'm like, okay, I need to go to sleep.
Sure.
But can't fall asleep. And I heard him. So he's been a little sick, but not fevery sick.
Sure.
He's just had a really bad cough. He never fully got rid of his cough since he had COVID and pneumonia back to back.
Right.
He's always had this lingering cough, but this week it's gotten worse and he's wheezing more. So I'm having to give him treatments every day, before school, before bed. I gave him an inhaler to put in his backpack, even though that's totally illegal.
Is it really?
Yeah, they won't let this form that I have to take to his doctor's office that I haven't done yet because I haven't had time is so that the doctor can fill out the form and say he needs to have an inhaler with him. Otherwise, he's not allowed to have it at the school. I can't even take it to the office. They're this form needs to be filled out.
Why?
Because if he's
can you just take hits off it and get high or something?
You can.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You a lot though.
Oh.
I've done it before when I was small.
Maybe that's why.
But they don't want him. It's essentially like taking a drug to school and they don't want him giving it to other kids.
Okay.
Which I don't know why that piece of paper is going to stop him from giving it to other kids.
Sure.
But whatever. They need to know that he actually has asthma and he is allowed to carry this with him.
Right.
Anyways, so I give him all these things because I'm like, fuck you guys. He needs to breathe.
Yeah.
And the last time he called me, luckily I was still at home, but he was like, Mom, I'm wheezing. And there was nothing there for him. So I had to drive over there with an inhaler super fast and give it to him. And then the next day I was like, you're not supposed to have this, but keep it in your backpack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I couldn't sleep. So I was up already and I heard him coughing really, really bad. So I was like, let me give him some more cough medicine or something and maybe, something to calm him down so he can go back to bed. And I walked into his room and he was frantically trying to put the medicine in the nebulizer. Like he was going to give himself a treatment in the middle of the night. And he's like, I can't breathe. And I was like, what? And he starts coughing again. He's like, I can't breathe. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, where's the inhaler? So I give him the inhaler. I was like, here, use this. So he uses it. He's still coughing a little bit. And then super quick, it goes away. That's what the inhaler is for. But he was like, oh my God, that was so scary. I was sleeping and I was just coughing and I woke up and my throat felt like it was closing. I couldn't breathe. And so I'm like, oh my God. He didn't even think to come wake me up. The first thing he thought was I need a treatment.
Yeah.
That was so scary. I was so scared because he's never had an asthma attack before.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. So
it probably is that back-to-back pneumonia he had. Plus it's freezing now and he's...
Yeah. So he hasn't gone to school. And I'm kind of just it's I'm in this weird place because I keep getting letters from the school that he's missing too much school. And I'm like, well, fuck, he's sick. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So I don't want him to keep missing school because I don't want it to turn into a whole thing. And now I got to go to court. And
he's going to get held back.
Yeah. So I sent him to school even though he was still coughing, but he didn't have a fever or anything. Yeah. So I was like, I think you're fine. I sent him to school Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday and today he's home. So I don't know if I should take him back to the doctor today, but we'd have to go to urgent care. The last time I tried to make a doctor's appointment, they're like, yeah,
Couple months.
It was June. Yeah, it was June. And they're like, oh, first opening's in August. And I'm like,
this doesn't help
we're
me.
going to be dead by then. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, man, this sucks.
Ugh. Yeah, I would suggest you find out how many days he's allowed to miss before they hold him back, because you've racked up a bunch already. And if they're already warning you, like, hey, man, you may just want to hit restart on 5th grade or whatever. What is he on 5th?
Grade.
God damn. Well, not for long. Okay, speaking of school, ready for a quick little math? It's going to blow your mind.
Sure.
Here's the story. 3 guys go to a hotel, right? 3 guys go to a hotel.
How many dicks are there?
They check in. The room's $30. So each of them breaks out a $10 bill. Boom. Right? Mm-hmm. Go up to the room. 3 times 10 is what? 30. So bellhop tells the manager, hey, got 3 guys in the room. Manager's like, oh, shoot. There's a mistake. There's actually a discount. The room's not $30. The room's $25. So the manager hands the bellboy 5 singles, right? Bellboy goes, wait a minute, I got to give them the refund, but I can't split $5 3 ways, so I'll just pocket 2. Mm-hmm. Bellboy goes up, gives the guys $1 each, right? Little refund. Mm-hmm. So the guys spent $9 on a room.
By the way, if somebody came and refunded me $1, I'd be like, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's just for the story.
Okay.
This didn't really happen. You know that, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Where are you going to find a $30 hotel room?
You can find them. But anyway.
I wouldn't know.
But anyway, so it gives each of the guys back $1, so they each spent $9 on the room. 9 times 3 is what?
27.
Plus the 2 singles that the bellhop pocketed is?
29.
Where's the other $1? It's a $30 room. I'll start over.
Hold on.
3 guys check into a hotel.
I need to write this down.
3 guys check into a hotel. The room's $30. So they each whip out a $10 bill. Manager realizes, wait, the room's actually $25, gives the bellboy 5 $1 bills. Bellboy realizes he can't split $5 3 ways, so he pockets 2. Gives the guys each $1 back. So technically, the guys each spent $9 on the room. 9 times the 3 guys is 27.
Wait.
Plus the $2 that the bellhop pocketed. So that's 28 and 29.
9.
Where's the missing $1?
$30, 5. Hold on, I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to write right now.
If anybody knows this answer, DM us on Instagram at Strawberry and Lizette.
Do you know the answer, or is this just a fun riddle me this that you like?
Riddle me this.
So you don't know the answer either?
I'm waiting for someone to tell me where the extra $1 went.
But do you know the answer?
I don't know the answer.
Okay, 30.
If you're listening to this, DM us. If you're watching this on YouTube, put it in the comments. Where did the other $1 go? Lizette's doing math right now.
I'm trying to figure out how to write this math problem because this is just so much.
3 guys check in a hotel.
Divided by 3 equals 10.
They each spent $10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Manager realized it's a mistake. It's not a $30 room. It's a $25 room. So the hotel owes them 5. Yep.
Yes. So 25
bellboy realizes
divided by 3. Equals. What's 25 divided by 3? 6, 18, 7, 21.
8.
24.
33.
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay, wait. That doesn't even fucking matter.
25 divided by 3. Yeah, $8.33.
Okay, 20 minus 5. So let's take out $2. Minus,
bellhop pockets 2.
2. So this technically is 3. So wait. Yes. 3. So 27 divided by 3 is 9.
Yeah. 3 times 9 is 27. Plus the other $2 the bellhop took. That's 29. We're missing $1.
Can we delete that part?
Nope.
I forgot that. I'm like right next to the microphone.
You want to move on?
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of math problem I'm trying to write right now. But you're right. That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, right?
Okay. My turn.
Okay.
This just reminded me because you gave me pizza.
Okay.
I saw a TikTok.
You didn't heat it up at all?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Microwave or toaster?
Microwave.
Oh, okay. I do it in the toaster all the time. Have you done it on a skillet before? Have you done like the stovetop reheat? It's a process.
For pizza?
Yeah, it's a process. But you know how the microwave...
Wait. You put pizza in the toaster?
Yeah, I do that too. Because the microwave makes the dough soggy. There's a way you could do it on a skillet.
But won't the grease drip and like start a grease fire in the toaster?
That's what my fiance always says when I do it. So what I'll do sometimes, I'll turn the toaster on its end.
Yeah, the grease will still drip in it.
No, I'll put it like this. I'll put it in. So I treat a toaster like a toaster oven. Yeah, she doesn't like me doing it, but I'll do it when she's not home.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the grease will still drip in there.
Then I'll unplug it if it catches on fire. But like there's a skillet method, which is, it's a lot of work, but microwaving pizza makes it all soggy. Like that makes the dough soggy.
Well, I'm not putting anything in anything at work.
Okay, good point. All right, so pizza, your pizza story.
Okay.
Take a bite and go.
I saw a TikTok last night.
Yeah.
There's a girl.
Like it already. Keep talking. You're speaking my language.
She was like, we ordered this pizza from this place on Grubhub that like we didn't know existed, but we found it on Grubhub.
I think you're jumping into my story. Go.
And she was like, let me Google this place with the address and see like what it looks like, where it's at, because I've never heard of this before.
Now, she ordered pizza, right? It was pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, we've been ordering pizza from this place for months. Like, my husband loves it. It's so good. Like, best pizza we've ever had. But like, they never heard of this place. So they Google it with the address that's on Grubhub. And it was Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
They were ordering Chuck E. Cheese pizza. So she was like, interesting. So she started Googling all these.
But she was Grubhub, like on her app, it was like Bob's Pizza or like Pizza Marts.
Yeah, it was like all these different names.
Yeah.
And so she was like, let me go Google the addresses for some of these other places. And it was like Cafe Breakfast Delights and like stuff like that. And
that's
she
Denny's.
would Google it and like, it's a Denny's.
Yeah.
And there was like 5 different restaurants on Grubhub that were all the same Denny's. Same address. And like, I was like, dang. She's like, they have all these ghost kitchens and they're posing as different little cafes and restaurants that serve like, oh, this place has really good burgers. This place has really good breakfast. This place has really good sandwiches. And it's all like Applebee's.
Yeah. Look at my notes. I wrote it weird. I said Uber Eats. Because I have a TikTok. It's different. But it's this girl who says,
my favorite thing to do is get on a delivery app and anywhere I haven't seen before, Google the address and see what it really is.
Oh, this is the one?
And what they're hiding. You can do this on any food delivery app, but for the ease of this video, let's just look at Uber Eats.
It's the same girl, and the story about Chuck E. Cheese and stuff was in the comments.
So here we have the Burger Den at 5501 Leesburg Pike.
Okay, so on the app, it's called the Burger Den, and she gives out the address.
Oh, I never heard of the Burger Den before. What's that? Oh, 5501 Leesburg Pike.
So she Googles the address.
It's a Denny's. Look how convincing this is. Look how fun.
And all the photos are different, right? It's not like a typical Denny's menu. Because you're like, I don't want to order Denny's. Like, that's whack. Or Applebee's. I'm not going to order a Chuck E. Cheese pizza. You go on the app. Oh, Burger Barn. Yeah, man, I'll order from Burger Barn. No, that's a Denny's burger you got. Or like Elizabeth's Pizza.
And they changed the names of the meals and the food and everything.
Yes.
That's wild.
And I was going to bring that up because you do more Uber Eats and DoorDash than I do. Like, has that happened to you? Did you know they do that?
I didn't know they do that.
There's like alias, like, there's catfish restaurants.
Yeah, I didn't know they do that. That's why I was so shocked. So I'm bringing it up.
Damn it. Good one. You and I had that one about a week or two ago. I'm like, I got to bring this up on the podcast because that's nuts.
This last night while I was scrolling on TikTok because I couldn't sleep.
That's nuts. How is that legal? How is that legal? That can't be legal.
Who cares?
I guess who cares, but
fucking
still.
Karen, like.
I have something else. Do you know who Ben Baller is?
Why do I know that name?
You probably do know the name. So, Ben Baller, a lot of people know him now as a jeweler. Okay, he was like a hip hop dude way back in the day. I think I don't know if he DJ'd, but he was big into hip hop back in the day. He got into doing jewels and jewelry. And who was it? ASAP Ferg did that song. Ben Baller did the chain. Okay, so Ben Baller, right? He was on this podcast. I forget what podcast it was. This was years ago. It was a couple years ago. And I heard him tell this story about he did this chain for Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
So, or maybe he was commissioned to do a chain for Michael Jackson. I don't know if he ever did it. But anyway, so he told the story, and the dude interviewing him was like, oh, man, how was it like showing up to Michael Jackson's house? He's like, crazy. It was crazy. He's dead now. Michael Jackson's dead now. And I think like the statute of limitations on the NDA expired. He's like, so I can tell this story.
Oh, shit.
But here's what happened. And he's just telling the wildest story about like how he went to Michael Jackson's house. And, like he just sat there and like for hours. And like Michael Jackson finally came into the living room or something, talked to him for a little bit, and then like left. And I think there was like a
unicorn running in the
no,
backyard.
I was gonna say there was like a tiger or something. There was like some weird ass animal like walking through the house. But like Michael Jackson was like talking to Ben Baller, got up and just left in the middle of the conversation. And the guy's like, oh, that's weird. That's weird. He's like, what was it like? And he's like, Michael Jackson talks like a normal person. Michael Jackson has a deep voice. The whole like high pitched, he's like, that's fake. And I'm listening to Ben Baller recount the story. I'm like, what?
I knew that.
You knew that?
There's a video of him.
If you say video game, I'm going to kick your ass right now.
What?
Respectfully. There's a video of what?
I said there's a video of him.
Of Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Talking like a regular dude?
Accidentally talking in his normal voice. Like he was like accepting an award or it was like a behind the scenes clip or something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it was him like accidentally talking in his normal voice.
Weird.
I feel like it was on stage.
That sounds familiar. So when I heard this podcast a couple years ago, and I filed that away, I'm like, I think I've heard that rumor before that Michael Jackson had like a fake voice that he would perform with, and like a real ass voice.
Was like deep and sexy.
Right.
It was.
Was it like?
Yeah.
That explains a lot. Sorry.
What's
that explains a lot.
Mean? With me?
No.
With him?
No, with. Sorry.
You whispered so loud.
Was that loud?
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't even know what you were saying. I heard it in my headphones.
Ew.
Little boy.
I didn't say it that loud. So anyway, so Ben Baller said that, and I filed it away. And every now and then, I'll hear two things. I'll hear like MJ has a deep voice, and I'll hear Stevie Wonder is really not blind. Have you heard those rumors? Like Jamie Foxx tells those stories all the time. And you can go down this rabbit hole of like,
is he at least like hard of seeing or something?
Yeah, he may be like partially blind or something
or like legally blind.
Yeah, but we think he's blind, like he can't see anything at all. We think like pure darkness.
Right.
But apparently like he still can see a little bit, and like
maybe he can see like shadows and stuff.
Yeah. But Jamie Foxx has all these stories. He's like, yo, what the hell? And like of Stevie Wonder like walking around, the guy's like, oh yeah, the bathroom's over there, Stevie. He's like, all right, cool. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to Michael Jackson.
I think this is it.
Okay, cool, because I have a Michael Jackson thing that I'm bringing up.
Did you hear that in the beginning?
Yeah, because yeah, the first
Yeah.
Do it again.
Okay. Can you hear me?
It looks like he's accepting like a Golden Globe or something like that. So
Yeah.
it was on stage.
Yeah.
And he said, And then he goes, and he grabs his throat and he's like, And then he goes,
Weird.
He goes, oh, can you hear me? Like, as if he's mic checking or something.
So here's the TikTok. It starts with this guy.
This is how I always remembered Michael Jackson's voice sounding.
It's a hard situation. It is. And it's something I have to put up with.
So yeah, that's the Michael Jackson that we all think of. I think this is the game, Rapper the Game.
You know that voice, Michael Jackson's voice that you hear all the time, like, oh yeah, like that wasn't talking like that. Like it was like low key deep.
So the game confirms what we've been hearing and what Ben Baller says, like, yo, he's got a deep voice. And then who's this right here?
So finally, after a couple of hours.
Oh yeah, this is some guy telling a story about like some dinner he was at with Spike Lee and Michael Jackson.
So finally, after a couple of hours, almost the Brazilian officials leave, Spike leaves, and Michael just sitting there with my friend. He said, at a certain point, Michael looked up and said, damn, I thought those motherfuckers weren't gonna never leave.
So not only has he got a deep voice, he cusses. Like I can't picture Michael Jackson cussing.
So like talking like a normal person, like, God damn.
Now, and he says, hold up, and he says this not in, damn, I don't think these motherfuckers are gonna never. He says it like a black man would say, damn, I thought the motherfuckers were gonna never leave. Then he got up and walked out.
So the thing
I thought
is,
these motherfuckers were never gonna leave.
the thing is, he put that on, and Janet has a high voice. Janet kind of does like that Michael Jackson-y high pitched voice. Janet Jackson has the, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if they're both
I love
putting
my new job.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
No.
You haven't seen the video?
My new jaw or job?
When she had a baby, she was like, I love my new job. Everyone makes fun of the video because of like the face she was making.
Oh, that's funny.
I love my new job.
So hold
I
on,
love being a mother.
while you pull it up, so we all know that's what Michael Jackson sounds like. Apparently, he did his real voice in a video game, and I think this was like in China, in Japan. I don't think it was like a Nintendo game, but apparently this is the only recorded version of Michael Jackson's actual voice where he intentionally didn't do the high pitch. Here we
Okay.
go. It's like 30 seconds. Here we go.
In 1999, Michael allowed Midway to use his likeness and voice in Ready to Rumble Boxing,
Okay, Ready to Rumble Boxing.
in which he opted to use his actual voice for his character.
So you be bad, huh? I don't move over for no one.
That's Michael. Right here.
They call me the king of pop. I'm gonna dance all over you. Don't tango with the king of pop.
So
That's crazy because I can't match that voice with his face.
at all. But that's apparently Michael Jackson's voice as the character in, was it Ready to Rumble or something like that? Let me see if I can isolate this.
So you be bad, huh? I don't move over for no one.
That doesn't sound, I can't picture that coming out of Michael Jackson's face.
Okay, it's not that deep and sexy.
I wouldn't say it's sexy, no.
Yeah, it's now that I'm like hearing it more, it's like, I thought before I started hearing it again that it was deeper in my
Yeah.
head, but it's not. But still,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That is nuts. So why did he keep that high voice in? That was just his thing?
You know why?
Sorry to everybody watching the podcast on YouTube.
You ever watch them what's that boy's name? Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
When he was do you ever watch his clips that
Yeah.
show up on Instagram and stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That one when he was interviewing Drewski, they were talking. And he's like, you ever met Michael Jackson? Drewski's like, nah, I never met Michael Jackson. I think I was like 10 when he died or something like that. Theo Vaughn says, that would have been a time to meet him.
That sucks.
He's like, damn, you missed it.
Ugh.
I'm like, he's so funny. You know, when I first started seeing his videos, I hated him.
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, I hated him. I just like hated the way he talked. I hated all the stupid stories he told. I think that's what irritated me the most was that he would tell stupid stories and I didn't think they were funny at first.
Yeah.
But then I kept seeing more and I hated his mullet. I was like, who
Yeah, I
is
can't
this
stand
guy?
his mullet.
Like white trash guy.
Yeah.
No offense. And
What?
I mean, you're white,
I'm not white trash though.
but you're white. I don't know if I was offending like your
No,
your
I've
people.
heard that thrown around, and it's not. I don't take offense to it because it's not me. Continue.
Okay.
Apology accepted.
And then I started seeing more clips of him like having conversations and he would just like say something funny,
Yeah.
like mid conversation or like mid sentence. It just would come to him and he would say it. And I'm like, okay, so he's actually really fucking funny. Like
He's
he's
funny.
not just telling like these weird, gross stories about like incest and you know what I mean?
Damn, is that what he talks about? I don't see those
He
clips.
talks about all kinds of stuff. Like,
Weird,
hell
okay.
yeah. So once I started seeing more of his like him actually being funny, like having conversations with people, then
Yeah.
I started liking his videos. Then I started thinking he was funny. He didn't piss me off as much.
You know what? Oh, okay. This is what I got to bring up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Were you done with Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay, quick yes or no, because then I'm going to launch into a whole thing.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie Killer or The Killer? I think it's on Netflix.
Who's in it? Is it new?
I think it's new. It's about this dude who's like an assassin, and the whole movie he kind of like talks to himself, like the guy from You. What's the show You?
You. Yeah.
Where like he talks like you. He narrates it.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I think I've seen the picture. I don't think I've watched it.
Okay. First off, dope movie. Secondly,
You actually watched a movie and you're telling me about it before I watched it?
Yeah.
This is the first time it's ever happened.
I know we watched it. The fiance and I watched it I think like Saturday or Sunday. But anyway, so this may sound very Y2K of me to bring up, but where can we go nowadays?
To hire an assassin?
No. I miss the DVD commentaries. Like you would watch a movie and then like it would be
the director's cut?
Yeah, it would be the director or the actors saying like, when we shot this, it was actually a rainy day and we had to fake this, do this, or like the director saying like, now watch in the background. Anytime the camera does this, that means so-and-so.
Yeah.
Like, where is that? We don't have that. I used to love DVD commentaries and I don't think you can get them anymore.
I think they are still there when you buy films that like come with features and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not buying stuff. I'm watching it on Netflix or my laptop. Like there needs.
I used to buy it because if it was something that like wasn't available to stream and Jelani wanted to watch it, like the Lego movies or the Sonics or whatever, like then I would buy it. But like I hate doing that because I feel like the times that I've moved and had to like reconnect my service, and it's like a completely new service essentially because you moved out of state or something like that. I'm like, where's all that shit that I bought?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's just like gone. It's paying hella money basically to rent it.
Right. So I watched The Killer, whatever it's called on Netflix, and then I watched it over the weekend, and then yesterday, which was Wednesday, this thing pops up on my Instagram. There's this podcast. I don't know if it's a YouTube podcast, but I saw a clip of it on TikTok. It's these dudes. I think it's called like Too Many Movies or So Many Movies, but it's these three dudes. They're big into cinema and movies, and they were talking about The Killer. I'm like, oh shoot, I just watched that. And they go, see how what was the part they isolated? They go, oh, like he shoots, he shoots. Oh, that's what it was. So the killer, and this is not a spoiler, kind of. So the killer is in like Brazil or somewhere, Dominican Republic. Killer is in. This is why we need director's cuts, because I'm basing it off this one TikTok I saw. So the killer is in
Dominican Republic.
Thank you, Dominican Republic.
The DR.
And he sends a FedEx like to London or New York or something like that. And then the lady goes, "Hey, do you want this overnight?" He's like, "Nope, just standard." And she goes, "Okay." So as he's signing it, the camera zooms in to this thing where it says like signature required. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's a weird zoom. Why are we focusing on the fact that signature is required? I'm like, okay, whatever. So fast forward a couple scenes later, he's now out of the Dominican Republic. He's gonna go kill somebody, and like he's dressed up like a garbage man or something like that. And then this FedEx driver pulls up into this building, and he follows the guy because you have to have a key to get in this building. So the guy was like a garbage man. He's like, "Oh, hold the door for me. I'm just a garbage man. I'm coming in to change the garbage." Mm-hmm. The FedEx guy who doesn't work here is like, "Yeah, no problem. Come on in." And then the FedEx guy goes to this office. The garbage man like sneaks in, and then he has access. Okay, I'll just say it. So then he kills this lady, right? So I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, this guy is an assassin. He knows how to like sneak into buildings. Uh-huh. Thanks to this TikTok, which would have been brought up in the director's cut, the director's commentary on DVD, these guys pointed out, remember when he was in the Dominican Republic and the woman said, "Do you want to overnight this?" And he said no. It's because the assassin knew how long it would take this envelope to get FedEx from the Dominican Republic to this building. And since the signature was required, he knew that he could just follow the FedEx guy up because the FedEx guy would gain access to this office.
Wait.
Okay, here you go.
I need
to get to you, okay, right? But you're in this office that's secure, and you're locked in your, in your room, and da-da-da. There's no way for me to get to you. However, I'm going to send you a FedEx package that you have to sign for. So the FedEx guy goes, "Hey, Lizette, I need you to sign this." And you're like, "Okay, cool. It's a FedEx, no big deal." And because you let this FedEx guy into your safe, secure zone, the garbage man assassin followed the FedEx guy in. Now I have access to you, and now I eventually kill you. But like they pointed this out, and I didn't notice it. And they go, "Oh yeah." In this other scene, like he's scrubbing the gunpowder off him because he just shot somebody, scrubbing gunpowder off of him, and he's doing like a narration, and then he goes to the airport and he's worried about the bomb dogs. So then it cuts to him in the bathroom like he's washing his hands. So I'm like, oh yeah, well he just like didn't want to go past the bomb dogs, so he took some more time, went to the bathroom, washed his hands. What's the big deal? These guys on the podcast are like, he didn't wash the bullet residue off enough. He was worried about the dog, so he went to the bathroom at the airport and he was like scrubbing the bullet residue off even further so he wouldn't set off the dogs. I'm like, These guys are geniuses. Like they're picking apart these little things that I wouldn't have caught, but the DVD commentary would have mentioned.
Bomb dogs can pick up gun residue?
Yeah. Gunshot.
Is that what they sniff for?
It's called ammonium nitrate. That's not it. But whatever. But the guy does his inner monologue. He's like, ammonium nitrate. I got to get this off of me. And then the next scene, it's him with in the airport.
I hate when the airport dogs like sniff me for too long. That should be making me nervous. And
Me too.
I know I don't have anything on me,
Yeah.
but just the thought of why are you sniffing me so much?
Right.
I had I forget what airport I was at. I can't remember what airport I was at. I was like in Atlanta or Dallas or something like that. I was like delayed somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at my gate and this guy was walking through with a dog. And
But you're already at the gate. You already made it through TSA.
I'm already at my gate. Yeah. Like I'm already on the other side of the airport. And he's just walking around with this fucking dog and let it stop to sniff my knees. And I'm like,
Was he a TSA dog or just like, okay.
Like clearly a fucking narc.
Yeah.
Had the vest on.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Snitch dog.
why are you telling this dog to fucking sniff me? Like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Well, you have cats. I wonder if they smell the cats on you. But yeah, I don't like it. I like it.
You would think they're trained to not like
React over
that's
that.
a fucking cat. Like this is what you're sniffing for. Fuck
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like he keeps walking this dog by me. He like lets it stop to sniff me
He thought you
multiple times.
The handler thought you had something then. The handler was like, I think Lizette's got something. Let me see if the dog can sniff something on her.
I don't know.
Did you have anything? Drugs? Obviously not bombs. Did you have like any?
No. Like if anything, like my inhaler and probably Tylenol. I always travel with some sort of
Narcotic.
no, not narcotic.
Opiate.
But I always travel with some sort of like Tylenol or like Advil or something because in case I'm hungover,
Sure.
you know? But I'm just like, geez, like what is the deal with this?
Yeah.
I just had never, like, that's never happened to me before. But anyways, point is, I don't like when those dogs sniff.
Gets me nervous.
Like when they sniff me for too long, when they slow down next to me. Like I know I ain't got shit, but like.
But still in your mind,
But
you're
keep
like,
it moving.
"Ooh." I like it because then you get to the x-ray machine. You don't have to like open your bag, take off your shoe. Like it speeds up that process. But just like you, it gets in my head like, why is this guy sniffing me? Like,
What do you mean you don't have to open your bag or take off your shoes?
if you go to the airport and they have the dogs, you go faster through x-ray. You don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to open your bags.
Really?
Yeah.
I still had to do that.
Oh, that's weird.
Only when I fly alone. When I'm with Jelani, I don't have to do any of that.
And I've gone to different airports on the same trip, and there's different rules. And like just from airport to airport, not even country to country. I did something in, was it Mexico? I was coming back to Mexico. I'm like, do I take my shoes off? They go, no, that's only in America. Or like, he's like, no,
yeah,
that's
they
only in
didn't
the
give a fuck.
States. They don't give a fuck.
They didn't give a fuck.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, same. They didn't make us take our shoes off,
Yeah.
our jackets. They didn't like make us take our electronics out.
I know.
But what was weird was they did flag my sister's husband's tripod because he brought because he's a streamer, so
Yeah.
he had like his drone with him. He like all the tripods and all the things because he's recording everything. And he had his tripod in his suit, his tux bag.
Okay.
Like he just like threw it in there. And they flagged it and they took it out. And the guy was telling me like this is not
Authorized?
This isn't allowed. Like, yeah, this isn't authorized. You can't take this in.
Because he could
And
extend
he's
it and like
showing-
hit somebody with it.
I don't know.
That's so stupid.
I don't know. He's like showing me the paper of all the things that are like they have to take that's not allowed to come through. And it was like dumb shit.
Was it in Mexico or on this side?
It was in Mexico. It was in Cabo
That's so
at the
stupid.
Cabo airport. And I'm just like, I tried to be cute. I was like, please,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I can't. And I was like, well, do you want it? And he was like, no. I was like, well, then obviously all in Spanish, but
Yeah.
I'm like, well, then it's trash then I guess. Like, I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. And then so they came through and he was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, he said we can't take the tripods. He was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. It's on the list of shit that they can't bring through.
That's so lame. That's so stupid.
Like they were telling me you can go back and check it or you lose it.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
But by this time,
it's
the
not
bag,
mine. I'm not
your
gonna go
bag's
back.
long check. I
Yeah.
would love to interview a TSA person and be like, what do you do? Like, what are you just window dressing? Are you there just to like make us feel better? Because that's the word, that's the rumor. Like they're there to make us, or mentally and emotionally, like to feel better about flying. Because every time they do tests, like, hey, we're gonna like do a drill and we're gonna like sneak a rubber gun or like a bomb or drugs, onto the flight. Like they fail these tests all the time. And it's like, well, what do you guys do? Because I fly a ton. And the people who are TSA agents, I'm like, how do I say this non-disrespectfully?
They're like 17.
Yeah. It's
Clearly we're drunk the night before.
Yeah, it's like you are in charge of national security, or at least like securing this flight. Like you are the safety. It's just like, are you really just like glorified like a mall cop? Like what do you do? Like honestly, what do you do? What's the training like? I honestly want to find out, because I'm like, you guys really don't do much. I don't feel safer with them.
I feel like there's been times where they've been really strict. I don't necessarily feel safer. They just fucking piss me off.
Yeah.
Like they're like opening shit that I don't want opened and throwing away my fucking perfume because it's 3 ounces. Like,
so lame.
Suck my dick.
Right.
What am I going to do with this?
I know.
It's just a bottle of hot sauce. Just let me take it.
Let me test it. You don't believe it's hot sauce? Let me test it. You don't believe it's perfume? Let me spray it. Come on.
One guy
honestly,
did let me take my body spray because he saw the look on my face, and I was like, and he was like, all right, fine.
Nice guy. No, I'm genuinely curious. I would love to talk to a TSA person. All right, let's wrap this podcast up. On Instagram, we are at Strawberry and Lizette.
By the way, any TSA listening, Strawberry is the one that thinks you guys don't do shit. I'm at Lizette Love.
Facts.
LIZETTELOVEE.
I am at Strawberry Radio. Thank you for streaming and for checking out our YouTube. DM us, leave it in the comments, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Bye.